Coming up on Truckin' It. How dirty truck stops can make you sick. And it's more than the bout of BS-19 that I just encountered for the last 5 days. It's the little things can make a huge difference. And I've noticed some very disgusting things at certain truck stops. And these disgusting things can ultimately cost you your life if you're not careful around them. Now, I don't want you to live in fear, okay? Let me be clear about this. If you're living in fear all your life, you're never going to get work done. But I want you to take some notes as a fellow driver. And I want you to understand me when I point out these items to you to look for when it comes to dirty truck stops. So, let's get started. And we'll talk about this right now. A week ago Friday, me and my co-driver were exposed to a dirty bathroom at a certain truck stop chain. So today, me and him are both recovering from that certain virus that's named after an alcoholic beverage. You know the one. And I want you to know this. Dirty truck stops are a norm around here, especially since they're overcrowded, they're dirty, and I want the FMCSA to know about this. I mean, you're willing to go in and audit the driver's logs. Why don't you go into these truck stops and audit the restrooms? That's not your responsibility? Okay. Well, we need to make it your responsibility. So, let's get started on what I'm looking for here. Right now. So the first thing I look for in a restroom is space. Simply put, a cramped restroom that's not well ventilated is a recipe for illness. And pilot number 4619 in Wytheville, Virginia is a perfect example of this. Second issue, non-working toilets. If you got an auto flusher that won't flush, or if your manual flushers are useless, there's a problem. And after my bout with dealing with the big bug that some people still talk about and others just have blown down the toilet, yeah, 5 days off work because I got sick, and so did my co-driver, because y'all never cleaned your restrooms. Shame on you, Pilot Flying J. And I know it may be up to the individual store manager or store owner, but somebody at corporate, I hope, hears this video. Because those Toto toilets that you bought don't even flush. And therefore, every time I go in there, I see they're caked with poo, or the pee hasn't flushed down, or they're not staying clean like they should. So that needs to be addressed between Toto, your plumber, and yourselves over at Pilot Flying J. If Love's 100 miles down the road has identical toilets and they can keep them clean, so can you. Because there's one thing you're forgetting. If there's time to lean, there's time to clean. And that should be your store policy. Help the smokers kick the habit, by the way, if you can. Because I've seen a lot of those cashiers at that particular store out having to smoke cigarettes because of the stress from their job. So I'd encourage y'all to help them kick the habit, which would help further protect them against the bug that I got. And numerous other things. Let's talk about you drivers for a minute. One of the dirty habits I see at the truck stop is you drivers going in. Now, I understand you've got to brush your teeth somewhere. One of the things is these truck stop bathrooms are so dirty, you should really consider using a spit-tune and doing the brushing in your truck. You see something like this Buc-ee's mug, or just something that you can spit into, and also make sure you got your mouth rinse as well. Because those truck stop bathrooms are just nasty. I can't stand them anymore. And I'm learning my lesson the hard way. Now, I get it. You gotta go sometime. And even the rest areas are cleaner and healthier than the truck stops. So, I want y'all to pay attention to where you're taking your naps and where you're taking your showers. If you must use a truck stop bathroom, there is a gadget that you can attach to your belt that allows you to carry Lysol with you. And I'd also encourage you to bring your own paper towels, since the restrooms, hand dryers can make you sick. And in more ways than one. Spreading germs, just being dirty, not getting your hands clean, that stuff. So, if you're in your personal vehicle, is there a place you can go that actually has clean restrooms? Well, let me give you the answer. Chomp, chomp. Yes. There is. It may be the largest gas station in the entire stretch of interstate for the next 1,000 miles. And this little beaver indicates an absolutely clean bathroom that no one else touches. So if you've got a Buc-ee's, spelled BUC-EES, on your stretch of interstate, consider yourself blessed. And if you're in a personal vehicle, like a car or a light pickup, just stop there. But if you can't stop at a Buc-ee's, for whatever reason, out of the big three truck stop chains, Love's Travel Stops is the cleanest, by far. Then TA, then finally Pilot. In that order. At TAs and at Pilots both, you will encounter toilet paper on the floor. You may encounter toilets that don't flush. And you may encounter a less than awesome staff. At Love's, and at Road Ranger as well, I generally see a much cleaner bathroom at those two. And also at some of the Thornton's truck stops. So if you have the option to stop at those, do it. So Love's, TA, Thornton's. If you must stop at a Pilot Flying J location. Oh yeah. Love's, Road Ranger, and Thornton's first, then TA. Okay? Those tend to have cleaner bathrooms. But if you must stop at a Pilot Flying J location, I'd encourage you to take paper towels in with you, and I'd encourage you to maybe consider bringing a can of Lysol with you as well. Because with as nasty as those restrooms are at most of the truck stops, not just the Pilots, you will probably be well served by the can of Lysol on your hip. One more thing before I let y'all go. If you're one of those new drivers who needs to learn some truck stop etiquette, please hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss another future episode, and so that you can go back on some of my playlists that talk about dirty truck stops and dirty driver habits. I'm Trucker Zach Bell. This has been Truckin It, and until next time, let's make your best trip your next trip. So keep learning, keep thinking, and keep it clean. Bye for now.